What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Right Body for You. I am your host and your body doer guide, Donnielle. Thank you for joining me. This is a pre-recorded show. So, people say, so it's not a live show, but you know what? It was recorded live, as I like to say. Someday I'd like to see what it would be like to be, recorded not live, because that might be interesting. But, for now it is recorded live, because today is April 1st, and I will be on a plane to Houston during time to prepare for the 10 days of Access Consciousness classes in Houston. And I am so excited about those. The first class is the Access Consciousness Level 2 and 3, facilitated by Access founder Gary Douglas, which is just freaking amazing, that man, those classes. And then after that, on April 7th, 8th, and 9th is the 2.5-day Right Body for You workshop that I'm facilitating that is also broadcast live. So as this is April 1st, there is still time for you to join with your body in the class or with your body on a live stream. And we have a lot of fun with that. And then after that, the 11th and 12th is the Advanced Right Body for You that will be facilitated by Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness, and co-facilitated by myself. That will be interesting. I'm telling you guys, just probably watching Gary and I's interactions will be worth the price of admission, because we've never co-facilitated live together. So this is a groundbreaking class. This will be the first time Gary and I co-facilitate in person, and I know I tend to have sarcasm and facial expressions and funny looks and stuff, so I can only imagine what the reactions between Gary and I will be. So that'll be funny, and it's also a groundbreaking class because this is the first time an Advanced Right Body for You class is ever been facilitated in the history of Access, and I don't know when it will begin, so please join us. This one is also live stream, and the prereqs are a level 2-3 and the 2.5-day Right Body for You workshop with me. So, come and play, because these classes, the Right Body for You classes are not just about bodies, it's about life. It's about the future. It's about creating more. That's one of the things I love about Right Body for You, and which is why I do the radio show all the time, is there's such a symbiotic relationship between you and your body, your life and your body, that you can't just do one without the other. And that is one of the biggest things I see people do all the time, is it's like they try to fix their life and, we'll get to the body. Or they try to fix their body and it's like, well, I'll get to the life. But you know what? You do one, it works with the other. And and one of the things I hear a lot about my Right Body for You class is it's a life class. It's not just a body class. It's a life class. And, and this is a class for anybody who has a body. It's not just if you're a body worker or a body person or whatever that is, because honestly it's just about having a body and how that can contribute to your life, or acknowledging it or changing it, or how your life can contribute to your body, and, or your money or earth or pain, or it's a lot of fun, and it is about the future. But there is that symbiotic relationship, and I'm really stressing that today because this is kind of what I'm talking about today. The topic I love, when I prepare for a radio show, I always ask my body, well, every time I facilitate, I should say, but when I do a radio show, I ask my body each time, I'm like, okay, buddy, what would you like to share? What would you like to talk about today? And so and let me say, it's not just, so it's like, oh, my body's in charge, it does everything. No, it's a symbiotic relationship. So it's like, but what I'm doing by asking my body, what would you like to share, is then I'm including that energy in the computation of the radio show. So it's the two of us, okay? So it's not just like, oh, he's in charge, it does everything, it says everything. No, it's an inclusion of wealth, okay? So I ask my body all the time, body, what would you like to talk about? And, you know, and I look at things and ask questions, and the topics always catch me and go, well, that's interesting. And then it's like, I wonder what will out of that, because I never pretend to be in charge. And what I mean by that is not the body, but the energy. The energy of the people who are listening to the radio show now, the energy of the people who are listening to it in the future, or the classes. What it does is the energies you bring in determine what energies come up, what questions are asked, what processes are run, and where we go with that. So today is about getting your life and your body unstuck. Okay. I found this quote and I love it. It's never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck. I love it. Don't stay stuck. Which just makes me laugh, because how many of us do actually do that? How many of us actually just stay stuck in a rut? And we've come to a place, and oftentimes, where that is a comfortable feeling. You know, there's the expression, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Okay? And in that expression, what that's basically saying is it's like, you won't make a change because at least the crap you're living in is warm and fuzzy, and you know it. You know how to react to it. You know how to survive through it. But what if there was more? Okay? Let me read that in. It's never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck. Okay? So everywhere we have made stuck as the status quo, which status quo is another stuck, but the comfort, the ease, the loopy path that we find acceptable, truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Cool. Right, we're on Good Bad Pod Online, First Boys and Beyond. Thank you for the ladies in the chat room. I love you guys. And so what you just heard was an example of the consciousness verbal processing. And what that does is it works on the energetic level. So, you know, if we could have thought our way out of things, we would have. You know, it's like, I like to say, hi, I'm Donnielle Carter. I'm a former thinker. You know, I used to take all my value and my thoughts and my brain power and what I, you know, could think things through. I tried to be as much like Sherlock Holmes as I could be. And, but what if it wasn't all just about the thinking? Hi, my name is Carol. I'm a thinkaholic. Exactly, right? So what if it's actually about energetic? It's the energy that's all around us. What if there are these energetic blocks that are actually keeping us from, what if it's that these energetic blocks there was actually keeping us from a life change? So what the Access Conscious Verbal Processing does is allows you to shift and change that, so you can choose something different. So you know what? So you can see your way clear of those places that you're actually stuck. The great thing is, because it's energy, you don't actually have to think about it for it to work. You just have to be willing for it to work. So if you want to know more about the Access Clearing Statement, please go to theclearingstatement.com and read to your heart's content about everything. But for this show, just know that all you have to do is go, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. I'm going to choose something different. So here we go. Number 1. I like my lists. I'm so cute. I know. So some things to help you not stay stuck. Okay. Number 1, ask a different question. Okay. I know it sounds simple, but it's so true. I first encountered this about 5 years ago. Dr. Dane here is the co-creator of Access, an amazing man, and just, if you want to take an amazing class, please take one of his classes as well as Gary Douglas's. They're just freaking fantastic. Okay. So this woman, because in Access Consciousness and Right Body for You, what it is the basic, we ask a question, we bring up energy, and then we pod pocket, okay, which is a clearing statement. That pod pocket is the slang for clearing statement. And so we ask those questions to create a change, because when you ask a question, you get rid of the solidity in the universe, so you actually see what else is possible, okay? You have an answer or a judgment, what you create a solid. You start to create solid blocks of energy that doesn't allow anything to change. And a question is what actually allows those solid blocks to start dissipating, for you to peek around the corner, like, hey, what is around this solid block? Oh, look, there's a whole universe out there. A question opens doors, okay? And so when you're feeling stuck, why I'm saying is ask a different question. About 5, maybe 6 years ago in this class, this woman raised her hand. Dr. was facilitating a level 2-3, like the one coming up in Houston. And she's like, nothing's changing and this and that, whatever. And, and I've been asking this question for a while now and nothing seems to change and blah, blah, blah. And Dane's like, well, how long have you been asking this question? She's like, I've been asking it for 2 years. Nothing's changed. And it's the first time I really saw Dane just look at her like, you're freaking kidding me. And he's like, ask a different question, okay? With the energy of questions, sometimes, as long as it is an actual question, questions are always changing things, okay? And sometimes a different question addresses the energies that are more present for that day. Okay, so as you guys are, growing with this and experimenting with this and playing with these questions, and you kind of feel like you ask a question and, it just falls like a turd on the floor, just like a lump. You're like, well, that didn't go anywhere. Cool. Ask a different question, okay? Just because the question worked for one person doesn't mean that's the same energy that is going on in your universe right now. So ask a different question. So for me, one of the greatest ways of getting unstuck, and I'm talking body too, right? I'm not just talking your life, but you're talking your body, because, we in the health and diet industry, we talk about these plateaus. Oh, you've reached a plateau. That's just what it is, but just keep your head down and going, and you know what? It will change. Well, you know what? What if it's not about keeping your head down and going, but just asking a freaking different question? Because the energies are constantly shifting and changing. Who you were yesterday is not who you were today. Who you were before I ran that first pod POC is not who you are right now anymore, okay? So ask a different question. So if you ask one of these questions, and like I said, it feels like you just falls like a turd to the floor, like a brick. It's like, well, that didn't do anything. Cool. Ask a different question. And you know what? One of my favorite questions to ask is, what question can I ask here to create a change? Sometimes it's just like, I don't know. What question can I ask? And then you can actually get to the place and space of where you can actually perceive something that's going on too. Okay? So please, 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 number one of getting you, your body, and your life stuck is ask a different question. Okay? Yes, somebody said, I get stuck trying to find the right question. Exactly. And let me say again, as long as you are asking a question, and I mean a question with not just a conclusion with a question mark at the end, but an actual question. And what I mean by that really quickly is it's like, if we have any conclusion or judgment in that question, it's one of the ways we can actually stick ourselves, okay? It could be something like, what would it take for so-and-so to marry me? Okay, so technically, structurally, it's a question. But there is a conclusion in there, is that this person is the person you have to marry, the one you have to be with. There's no other possibility, okay? And so with that, we actually stick ourselves with things. Stink, right? All right. So instead, you want to ask something like, what would it take, if we're in that same instance, what would it take to find somebody to include in my life that's nurturing and generative? Okay. So that is an example of like an actual question, not just a conclusion with a question mark attached to it. Okay. So I know we need to take a quick little break. When we come back, who knows, I might talk about the questions a little bit more. I also have some other points about ways to get you and your body and your life unstuck. This is Donnielle, this is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we will be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
Hello, and welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle, and here's a little tip. During a minute commercial break, don't start reading emails because then you start to lose the screen that actually has your notes on it for the radio show. just a little heads up. The music starts, and I'm like, oh, crap, where are my notes? Multitasker, that's me. All right, so today we're talking about how to unstick you and your life and your body. And the first one is ask a different question. Okay, and you know it works really well with bodies. You know, before the break, we were talking a little bit about reaching those plateaus, and you know the health and wellness and diet industry have taught us to just put your head down and power through it. You know, but instead, I like to do asking a different question. It's like, okay, body, what would you require today? You know, we've changed this much. Now it would work for you. Instead of, it worked yesterday, it must work today. And, you know, yeah. So ask, please, 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 please. When you reach those plateaus, those sticking points, whether it's your life or body, please ask a different question than maybe even you asked 10 seconds ago. Okay. Number 2, try a different outfit, try a different flavor. Okay. For ways to get unstuck with your body, it's really interesting to like go shopping. You don't even necessarily have to buy things, but go to a store and try on an outfit. And please don't pay attention to the size, because sizes are nothing but judgment point, okay? So everywhere we are like, well, I don't want to go shopping because it might be the size I don't like or blah, blah, blah. Truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, hypocrisy, night shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay. So it's not about the size, but you know what? Try on something that isn't your quote-unquote style, okay? Sometimes it's a pleasant surprise. Sometimes you look and go, yep, now that's why I know I don't wear that. But you know what? What it does is it actually kickstarts the energy. Whether you find a lovely new outfit you like or an outfit that, isn't for you, you know what? You've shifted and changed the energy, and that's what really is about getting unstuck is all about. And also you get to use the pod pocking tools while you're doing it. I went shopping one time with a friend of mine, and I let her dress me. Obviously I worked with my body and everything included, but she had this amazing style and this amazing ability to look at clothes and go, you know what, you'd look amazing in this. And she picked out some outfits for me that I'm like, that's not me or whatever. And I asked my body, I'm like, Body Truth, would you like to try this on? I said, yeah. And you know what, it looked amazing, and I bought it. And I've had so many compliments from people when I wear those outfits. So it is kind of fun to shift and play with this. And again, this isn't about changing your style. It's about just getting that moment of unstuck, okay? And the same is true for try a different flavor, okay? Go out, try a different flavor of ice cream. If you get the same thing every time, try something else. I did this yesterday with my family. We all went out to this restaurant where I get the same thing every time. I got something different. I was like, because it has that energy stuck, has an interesting energy to it. It almost feels like quicksand or molasses or, really thick mud or something is that energy. And please, when I'm saying you're stuck, it's not necessarily meaning that your life is on stall, that nothing's changing or you're doing something wrong. Because this is, again, not wrong. It's not about making you wrong. It's just about helping you keep those energy flowing in every area of your life, okay? So yesterday when I was going to the same restaurant with my family, and the energy, it's like, okay, body, what would you like to eat? And the energy that came up when I was, looking at the menu was like, ugh. And it kind of had that thick, sticky, molasses, muddy energy. And I'm like, oh, stuck point. Okay, cool. Well, what would it take to change this? And so it was something as simple as trying a different dish on the menu. Because, this is that common, comfortable that we get into. And what was so funny is it had become such a common occurrence that when I ordered something different, my sister looked at me and went, huh, because it had been such a getting the same thing every time that the fact that I got something different, she was like, huh, right? It's very interesting. So try a different flavor. If you're having that stuck feeling, just try a different flavor. And if anything comes up about it, please just not talk the judgment on it. I had somebody in a class one time and she's like, well, what if my body wants to eat haggis or, whatever, which is a Scottish dish, which is like it's in the lining of a sheep's gut, and it's like, I don't even know what's in it, but my body doesn't want it. But here's the thing, I haven't actually found a body and a bean that at odds. I've never had the infinite being react to something that's like, oh, no, nope. And the body go, yes, that is going to be the best thing ever. So give it a shot. Okay. So try a different outfit, try a different flavor, even if it's just a different outfit in your closet. Because trust me, just that can be a game changer and unsticker for the day. Okay. So number 3, talk to a generative friend. Okay. And what I mean by generative is it's like, sometimes when we're in this stuck place, we tend to gravitate towards the people who will keep us there. Have you ever noticed that? If we're in judgment mode, we tend to talk to family or friends who will keep us in that judgment. So what I mean by talk to a generative friend is, and I think you can talk to them and have them pod you, but sometimes just taking 5 minutes and talking to a friend helps shift that energy. You know, I have a dear friend of mine, and it's like sometimes when I'm doing computer work and I'm sitting here and I'm just staring at the screen going, I can't answer any more emails. I'll just call her and go, hey, you know what? I am so bored with work right now. What's going on? And we'll be like, oh, da, 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 da. And we may talk about a trip we're planning or a past trip, you know, or this is going on in her life or this is going on in my life. And not in like the the bitch that way, but just like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. But whenever I talk to her, my universe expands, okay? And so oftentimes when I'm feeling stuck, I just call her for 10 minutes, and my universe expands. It unravels. It unsticks. The energy starts flowing again. And then I go, okay, cool, then we're done, and I go back to work. Okay, because again, when we have the stuck stuff, what it is just the slowness of the energy. Okay, and so what I'm doing with these things is helping you find places to get the energy flowing back again. Okay, so it doesn't have that stuck feeling. Okay, so talk to a generative friend, not the friends or family who are going to keep you in your stuckedness. I make up words as I go. Not family or friends who are going to keep you stuck, keep you in the same judgments, or keep you. But somebody who will just help you move, shift that energy. And you can always ask a question. It's like, if I was going to call someone right now who would help me get unstuck, help me move this energy, who would it be? And again, it doesn't have to be about a verbal processing session. It's just, you know, hey, that exchange, that energy flowing. Okay. Number 4, change your environment. This is, you know, us as cute little humanoids do this all the time. I used to do it in high school, and I thought I was always wrong for it. I can't tell you how many times I rearranged my room as a kid. So flippin' funny. I mean, I would sit there with a pad of paper and draw diagrams of where it would fit. In my head, I'd be like, okay, over here, we're doing this, doing this. And it always, I didn't realize then what I was doing, but I do realize now. What it is it's helping you to, again, move and flow that energy, okay? So, you know, maybe you can't rearrange your house today, but you know what? You can also get out of the house. For me, sometimes if I'm feeling, somebody in the chat room said that she did that too without the drawings. Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? I actually haven't done that in a while. That'd be interesting. But sometimes it's just to change your environment can actually really help you with that as well. I do really well in coffee houses. You know, I will take my laptop, go to a coffee house that I know has Wi-Fi, and that just makes me completely generative, completely breaks that. And the reason I keep talking about these things again on a body show is when you're feeling that stuck, how does your body feel? Does it feel light? Does it feel happy? Does it feel like anything's possible? Or does your body actually have that same kind of stuckedness energy to it? That same kind of flow? Blah. So these things I'm talking about not only help with your life, but also help with your body, okay? Because for me, if I'm feeling stuck and my body's changing like it's, every day, going to a new environment, going to the library and working, going to a coffee house and working, or like me, she's amazing. She'll go and take, whenever her daughter's like doing whiny, they'll go and walk around the mall, and that always seems shift things for them. So it's like what works for you in your body to help shift that stuck energy that is around you, okay? So rearrange, whether it's just where your butt is sitting or rearrange your environment some way. This will actually help to shift and change that stuck energy, which will help your body, okay? We need to take a quick little break. When we come back, I have more for you of how to shift, change that stuck energy of your body and your life. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A to Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer. It's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
Hello, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. Today we're talking about getting unstuck. Those energies and those times when your life or your body's changing, every day. And you have that stuck feeling. And in the room, somebody said, I find I can feel a little stuck when things are going really good too, because I don't know where to go or what to do next to get even better. Yes, excellent point. And that's why I said that earlier. It's not about a wrongness. It's just about those days when you feel stuck, which it actually, I love that because it goes into the next thing, my next point, number 5, read something new. Okay. I do this all the time, and especially it's like when things are going good things are going good and I don't know where to go, like she said in the chat room. And at those moments, it's like, again, you have that, right? Like Right Body for You. Yes, exactly. And so for me, what helps me to shift and change that energy, and again, whether it's feeling you don't know what to do because things are crappy or you don't know what to do because things are good or whatever it is, it's just those stuck points, those like molasses, that energy where you're like, I don't know. Excuse me. Is read something new. And what I mean by this is like, okay, so most of what I do every day involves the body. I'm having body conversations on the radio. I'm having body conversations about body classes. I'm having body conversations about videos that I'm doing or the classes I'm creating or whatever this is. And so when I mean to read something new, what I will do is I'll read something about money, or I'll read something about ghosts, or I'll read something about cooking, or, there's a number of things. There's so many different topics out there in the world. And what's fun is for me, when I read something else like that, it helps shift the energy so that my whole world isn't body stuff. Okay? Because you're not a one-dimensional or two-dimensional person. You're a multidimensional, infallible, infinite person with infinite capabilities, infinite possibilities. And what's fun with this is when I read something new, it like, okay, so Right Body for You is one of the main things I do. I'm creating classes, workshops. I'm creating it for the future, for other facilitators, all of this kind of stuff, like, working on the second book, blah, 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 blah. So when I do this, when I read something from other people, sometimes I'll watch a little video on YouTube or somebody's blog post on just something completely random that strikes my fancy, which is following the energy. What that does is it inspires me, and that inspiration is that moment where the energy starts shifting and moving again, okay? You get unstuck. And I'm like, oh, cool. I really liked how they did that. How could I incorporate that into Right Body for You? What would that even look like? Or, oh, that would be fun. Or, I really like how they're doing that. What would it take to, in that place? So you expand your universe again, okay? So please, 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 read something new. Watch something new. All right, cool. See where I'm going with this, you guys? It's like the world is bigger than your desk, which is pretty funny because, sometimes it feels like my desk is the entire world. No, I'm just kidding. It's my Mac laptop that's the entire world. But the world is huge, so please, 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 the one way to get unstuck is to actually look for other things going on in the world, okay? If politics is something that strikes your fancy, read something about politics. There's so many other things out there. But for me, that's one of the greatest ways to get unstuck is to check out what other people are doing. And not from a competition, not from a comparison, which is just another form of competition, but from, hey, what else is going on, okay? And then number 6, read your ideas book. If you don't have an ideas book, get one. Start it, okay? And what is an ideas book? It's like you had those moments in the shower, or in the bathroom, or driving down the road. You're like, or in the middle of a radio show. I do that all the time. You guys listen to the show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be a great topic for a show. Please write it down. See, so what you want to do is you get, and this comes from Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness. You get an idea. You just get a book, a big book, whatever it looks like, or an app on your phone. And when you come up with these ideas, it may not even be about your life or your topic or what you're working on, but you get these ideas. You're like, hey, that would be fun. Write it down, okay? And so sometimes when I'm feeling stuck, I read my ideas book. And so when you get an idea, what you want to ask is now or later, okay? Because oftentimes you get the awareness of a future possibility, but it doesn't mean you have to implement it right. So this is the point of the ideas book. So each of these ideas you look at and go, now or later, now or later, now or later, okay? And this is the fun thing about energy is it's not linear. And so this is why sometimes the idea is you get it now, but it may take a couple of years for it to be the time to implement it, to create it. So that's a great way to get unstuck for your body or your life is read your ideas book, okay? And again, I know some of these seem like it only applies to your life, but tell me, how does your body not apply to your life? Right? How does your life not apply to your body? It's a symbiotic relationship, okay? And some of these ideas may be body ideas. Who knows, okay? So read your ideas book, okay? If you don't have one, start. It doesn't have to be full-fledged out sentences or paragraphs. All you have to do, it could be something as simple as talking book, right? May not make any sense to you, but for me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the second book I'm working on, okay? All right. Number 7, get your bars run. For those of you who don't know, Access Consciousness, the first class in Access Consciousness of the core classes is the Access Bars class. And the bars are 32 points on the head that when somebody else gently touches them, starts to dissipate anywhere you have stored up the thoughts, feelings, emotions, judgments, decisions about all these different, and these topics are, one of them is body, one of them is healing, money, creativity, creating connections, creating life forms, time, joy, sadness. It's a multitude of things. And so if you're starting to feel the stuck energy and you know the bars or you know of the bars, please, please, please get your bars run. I can't tell you how much more productive and seeing the world as having possibilities after getting bars run. Okay? What it does, and especially with your body, oh my gosh, because what the very first point in the bars is the energy pull. Okay? And what this does is it's like an energetic massage for your body. And have you ever, start watching people. If you're not a people watcher, which I'm sure most of you are to some degree, watch people. Some people have only barely enough energy going in their bodies and through their bodies to just maintain the connection, which is one of the reasons that the first thing for bars is the energy pull, because you get the energy flowing up your body and down your body. And sometimes for some people, that's the most energy they've had in their bodies their entire life. Oh my gosh, the bars is such a benefit for the body. Yeah, we talk about thoughts, feelings, and emotions, but what do those thoughts, feelings, and emotions do to your body? Science proves smooth, but you know what I mean. You can look at a cell structure and think negative thoughts at it, and it actually starts to warp that cell structure. So instead of a circle, like it should be, it can become oblong or figure eight-ish or, whatever it is. And so when you get your bars run with these thoughts, feelings, and emotions getting dissipated, actually creating ease with your body again. Okay, you're flowing that energy. You're getting unstuck. You may have heard me say this sometime today in the show. And so the bars is a great, 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 great tool. And this is why if you get your bars run, you can sleep better. You get your bars run, it helps craving. I know one person who got a bars run once and stopped smoking, if that is something that you would like to target. And so really, the bars is this freaking fantastic gift to you and your body to help that energy continue to flow. Because trust me, anytime you have a thought, feeling, an emotion, or a judgment decision, it literally stops that energy flow. Okay? Or it muddies it up, because that's where you get that stuck, heavy, can't move feeling. Okay? And again, how does your body feel when this is going on? Not really well, right? All right, so we are going to take another quick little break, and when we come back, we're going to see if I can get these other 3 points out. Because you know me, I like my things in like 3, 5, 10s, my lists. Which, hey, you know what? I have a good time with them. I have a lot of feedback. People say they enjoy them, so here we go. All right. So remember, never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck. All right, so this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We are on A2Zen.fm, and we will be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
When you're pondering the big questions like, is there more than this? How can I have a happy relationship? What would it take to like my body? And how do I make more money? Where do you go for information and tools? Check out the online store at accessconsciousness.com. Accessconsciousness.com has books, DVDs, instant video and audio downloads, online classes, and so much more. Subjects include abuse, changing your body, recovery, raising children, business techniques, tools to generate more money, how to have better sex and healthier relationships, just to name a few. At accessconsciousness.com, you can also find facilitators who teach local classes on a variety of subjects. AccessConsciousness.com, your one-stop shop for tools to assist you in changing your life. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Go to AccessConsciousness.com to learn more.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I am your host for today and your body tour guide. All right, so today we're talking about don't stay stuck. I know, don't stay stuck. Hey, you know what? I get amused with these topics too. It picks me up. Okay, so number 8, for ways to get unstuck, to get you, life, and your body unstuck. I'm going to stress me, all of these can work with your body as well as your life. All right, number 8, give yourself time, okay? Time to get things done, or, like actual possible timelines. I know all of us as humanoids go, I can do that in 10 seconds flat. Okay, but it might take an hour. So please give yourself that hour, because that creates ease in your life and your body, so you're not that stressed. And what else possible? But also what I mean by give yourself time is give yourself time to be, okay? Like, I have a slew of work and a slew of emails that do require my answering, plus Skype things coming in, plus projects I'm working on, things for the body process facilitators, things for Right Body for You. The big classes are coming up next week. I have a lot of stuff going on. And you know what I actually took about 20, 30 minutes to do today? I went and held my month-old brand new niece. And you know what? That helped shift and change so much energy, so much more was possible. And it's not just because of this energy of this new little body and this new little being, but you know what? I gave myself that space to be. Because that's when I gave myself that time. What this does is it creates space instead of a location. Okay? Space creates that expansion. And when you're stressed, contract. When you focus, we're taught to focus, we contract. Okay? And then in that contraction, you actually lose awareness of what's going on. So when you give yourself time, whether it's 20 minutes to hold a baby or to go outside or whatever it is, you create the space, or you step back into that space, and with that space comes expansion. So more is possible, that energy is flowing, and you're not as stuck. Okay? I'll give myself an hour and wait for the last 10 seconds to do it. Yes, we're cute that way. But you know what? Impromptu taking time for yourself can work too, just as well. All right, so the next one, try something you've never done before. You've heard this, step outside of your comfort zone. But it could be something as simple as, if you're driving, take a different route. When I had to go to the bank yesterday, I went to a different bank. Same, obviously it's still my bank, but you know what? I went to a different branch. And just that kind of stuff helped kind of shift and move the energy, which was kind of fun for me. And my body got happy and joyous. It was a new adventure, new sensations, new sights, and and it was just kind of fun. And all it was I went to a different branch in the same town. But it created that fun. It created that excitement, okay? So stepping outside your comfort zone doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy a bike and go tool on the road. It could be something as simple as going to a different branch of the same thing, or trying something different on the menu, as we talked about earlier, okay? And number 10, read quotes, okay? This is how the show came about to be today, is I found a quote and I liked it. And when you read quotes from people, please, 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 do not only do access or metaphysical quotes, okay? Because, again, that is that contraction. It is that asking a question with a judgment or a decision in there somewhere already, okay? When I say read quotes by anybody, okay? You can find truth anywhere. I went to an Eddie Izzard concert, and he's about outside-the-box people, inside-the-box people. He goes, he said, I was more of the type of person just on the side of the box, telling the people in the box what the people outside the box were doing and what the people outside the box, telling the people what the inside the box what the people outside the box were doing. I'm like, that was me. I was a total on the side of the box person, just kind of watching. I wasn't in the box. I wasn't out the box. So trust me, you can find truth anywhere. So when I suggest reading quotes, I mean read quotes by anybody, anything, because you can find truth anywhere. So please don't limit what is possible for you and what is possible for your universe by only access or metaphysical people. Please, 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 please. Okay? All right. So that's 10 things to unstick you and your body, to keep that energy flowing, to keep the energy going. Okay? And you know what? If one of the things to keep you, to help you to get unstuck would be, I don't know, go to a 2.5-day Right Body for You class in Houston, you still have time to join us live person or on streaming online. Please go to accessconsciousness.com and look me up, Donnielle, Donnielle, and check it out. Read more. There's a little video on there about it. It is sure to be a party. I am really looking forward to it. And again, like I said, it's the first time this Advanced Right Body for You class is happening, and I am stoked. I can't wait to see what comes up because it's about creating the future for everybody and everything, and which it does include your body. So please, 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 if you can join us, like I said, it is going to be a party. 10 days. Can you imagine 10 days Access Consciousness people roaming around in the same hotel? I'm not sure the hotel will ever be the same again. And how lucky are they? It should be really interesting to have a 2.5-day Right Body for You, a Tuesday, and an Advanced Right Body for You. So if you see explosions coming from Houston, you might know what that is. It'd be like, oh, those are those classes that are going on. And we're talking about the explosions of fun and consciousness and choice and possibility and happiness with bodies, change with bodies, fun, and what else is possible. Okay? So please, please, please stand by for the earthquakes. Yes. All right. So check it out. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, DONNIELLE at accessconsciousness.com. I hope to hug you and your body in the future. Make it a happy week, a fun week, an enjoyable week, and enjoy your body because it's enjoying you. And I will check with you all next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.